When I was younger, I was very sensitive. I could feel the pain that people endured. My father once told me, "It's good that I can feel people's pain. It would be even better if I could transform one's pain into soothing relief." These words of my father nourished and nurtured the divinely planted seed in me to become a compassionate healer. And my journey with Ayurveda, the science of life, began. According to Ayurveda, our Panchabhautik body is an amalgam of space, air, fire, water, and earth. And solution to all chronic ailments lies in balancing these body elements. As the origin of Ayurveda goes back to thousands of years, so some part of our ancient historical knowledge is lost. That's why I started my own research and shared it with the world. Ayurveda can give very quick recovery, even quicker than allopathy, in most chronic ailments.
The blend of Ayurvedic medicines, Panchkarma, yoga, diet has helped Dr. Naveed Sharma create the brand Rest Pushed and Team Nirogam by treating thousands of patients suffering from chronic illness. Join Dr. Naveed Sharma's
Very good evening to all of you in this evening live interactive session of ours, which we specifically keep at this time, keeping in mind our UK, US patients, so that their queries can be replied back to as per the time zones, because we are having multiple parents, multiple patients from US, from Canada, for UK, who believe on Ayurveda and who are currently taking treatments from us. And specifically this evening live, when we keep the live in the evening time as per the Indian time, that specifically is for all of you. So whatever question is in your mind when you are taking treatment from us, if you feel you are getting demotivated anywhere, or if you are really getting good results, you are motivated enough and you want to share some success stories, if you are having any questions in your mind which you want me to answer, you're all welcome over here. And that's why this interactive session of ours, when I go with it, I generally prefer taking questions. So the first question is from Raman Shukla ji. You have shared your patient code and you have shared that, sir, मेरा बेटा 3.6 years का है, उसका speech नहीं आ रहा, उसकी थेरेपी चल रही है. रमन जी, प्लीज शेयर सम डिटेल्स विद मी. थोड़ा सा डिटेल्स बताएं किस प्रकार की थेरेपीज चल रही हैं, बिकॉज एट 3.6 years of age, now this is a age which we should not miss out on. At this age, a child is at a reflex language development age. So if the right kind of steps are taken at this age, you really see a very good and a very quick result in a child who is having speech disorders, who is having hyperactivity, or a child who has been diagnosed of being autistic, ADHD, and all such diseases. So yes, this is the right age where we can do a lot of things for your child. Share some further details, and since you have our helpline number, you can share some videos also of your child for the analysis, which can be done through our team of doctors. Sandeep Gupta ji, you have shared your patient code. Sir, मेरा बेटा 3.5 years का है, उसे 6 months से आफ्टर थर्ड बर्थडे उसे बोलने में प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, वर्ड्स बोलने में अटक रहा है, कुछ चीजें समझने में भी टाइम लग रहा है, बस बोल नहीं पा. एंड कुणाल जो है नाम है आपके बेटे का, मेरे पास डिटेल्स आई हैं, और पहले अच्छे से बोलता था, बट शार्प ब्रेन भी था, लेकिन 6 मंथ से बोलने में प्रॉब्लम होने की वजह से उसे समझने में भी टाइम लग रहा है. मैं क्या करूं, क्या ये ऑटिज्म है? मैं रिसेंट में ही एनडी केयर से कांटेक्ट कर रही हूँ. निधि जी, कोई डेफिनेट नहीं है कि ऑटिज्म ही है. देखिए, व्हेनेवर वी टॉक अबाउट अ चाइल्ड, अब 3.5 साल 3.5 years का बेटा है आपका, बहुत बार वर्चुअल ऑटिज्म डेवलप कर जाता है. बच्चा कुदरत की तरफ से ऑटिस्टिक नहीं है, लेकिन होता क्या है कि जब वो बच्चा अपनी आयु में आगे बढ़ता है, ड्यू टू सर्कमस्टांसेस, स्क्रीन टाइम ज्यादा होना, पेरेंट्स का समय ना दे पाना, या घर में कोई स्ट्रेस फैक्टर आ गया, या मल्टीपल अदर रीजन से, जब जो मन है वो मन उस अवस्था में नहीं रहता है कि एक छोटा बच्चा अपने आसपास की लाइफ को, अपने आसपास के वर्ल्ड को उतना एंजॉय कर रहा हो, तो एट टाइम्स रिग्रेशन आ जाता है. सो निधि जी, घबराएं नहीं, डोंट वरी. जैसा कि आपने डिटेल शेयर की हैं, कुछ वीडियोस भी आप शेयर कीजिए. और मेरे यूके के विजिट से पहले एक अमृतसर एंड शायद एक चंडीगढ़ में मेरी विजिट रहेगी, आप टीम को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, हम एक बार एनालिसिस कर सकते हैं पूरे का पूरा। और 3.5 साल की एज, जैसा कि मैं अभी रमन शुक्ला जी के केस में भी बता रहा था, 3.6 ईयर्स की एज, ये जो 4.5 ईयर से छोटी एज है, वरदान है। In that age, if we can be serious for our children, if we can take the things very cautiously, if we understand the importance that yes, something needs to be done, the things are very quick to occur. The changes which we expect in our children are very quick to occur by the grace of Almighty, and that is why this age is very important. Please don't miss out on that. शाइस्ता खान जी, आपने डिटेल्स लिखी हैं कि सर एबीए सेशन की फी क्यों बढ़ा दी, प्लीज इतना ज़्यादा हम अफोर्ड नहीं कर पा रहे। शास्ता जी, माफ़ी चाहूँगा, एक्चुअली हुआ क्या है, मैं आपके इस सवाल का जवाब जरूर देना चाहूँगा क्योंकि मैं चाहता था कि ये सवाल किया जाए। एक्चुअली होता क्या है कि एबीए बेसिकली इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट्स। एबीए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। अब एबीए थेरेपिस्ट, क्योंकि होता क्या है, व्हेन वी आर गिविंग एनी मेडिकेशन टू अ चाइल्ड, जब हम एक दवा दे रहे हैं बच्चे को, हमारी हर्ब्स मन की एक अवस्था तक बच्चे को पहुंचा देती है। अब उस अवस्था से आगे उस बच्चे को हमने एक पॉजिटिव और डिजायरेबल बिहेवियर चेंज की तरफ लेकर जाना होता है। क्योंकि हमें वो लेकर के जाना है, हमें एक्सपर्ट एबीए थेरेपिस्ट की जरूरत पड़ती है। आज से कुछ साल पीछे चले जाएं तो एबीए एक्सपर्ट्स बहुत अधिक थे और बच्चे बहुत कम थे जिनको ये थेरेपिस्ट चाहिए। बट ग्रेजुअली इतने अधिक ऑटिस्टिक बच्चे बढ़ गए कि एबीए थेरेपिस्ट जिनको अच्छे से एबीए आती है, वो जॉब्स की जगह अपने थेरेपी सेंटर्स खोलना प्रेफर करने लगे। हालांकि अकेला एबीए करने से कुछ हासिल तो नहीं होता है, लेकिन हम लोग भी तो देखिए प्रेफर करते हैं। व्हेनेवर वी टेल पेरेंट्स, जब हम पेरेंट्स को भी बोलते हैं कि आप बजाय कि एक एबीए सेंटर जाकर के थेरेपिस्ट करवाएं या ओटी करवाएं, आप खुद सीखें और खुद करें, लेकिन पेरेंट्स को भी विश्वास आता है जाकर के। तो उस चक्कर में क्या है, हमारे चाहने के बावजूद जो सीनियर एबीए थेरेपिस्ट हैं, 3 टाइम्स उन्होंने अपनी सैलरीज कर दी हैं पिछले 1 साल के अंदर। वहीं जहां एक अच्छा एबीए थेरेपिस्ट आगे जो भी चार्ज करता था, 3 टाइम्स करे। और यही रीजन है कि इफ वी टॉक अबाउट any country out of India, and even in India, a ABA therapist which is done on a personalized basis for a child, until and unless it is through a government agency, if it is being done privately, in UK the charges are somewhere between 150 pounds to 250 pounds, भारत के हिसाब से करीबन 15,000 रुपए से 2,500 रुपए तक, 25,000 रुपए तक। सिमिलरली यूएस में, कनाडा में सिमिलर चार्जेस, और इंडिया में भी जो अच्छे एबीए एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, दे आर चार्जिंग समवेयर अराउंड 5,000. So we basically want that if you people are connected with ABA experts, if you are giving your time, तो ऐसा ना हो कि आपको जो ABA एक्सपर्ट्स आगे से दिए जाएं वो उतने एक्सपीरियंस्ड ना हो। We don't want to have too many of freshers in our team. We want experienced ABA experts. So that is why unwantingly also हमें टाइम एंड अगेन स्पेसिफिकली थेरेपिस्ट के चार्जेस को रिवाइज करना पड़ता है। लेकिन वहां पर भी जैसा कि हमने बताया है, आर अमृतसर सेंटर इज अ चैरिटेबल सेंटर। इफ एनीवन विजिट्स एट अमृतसर सेंटर, he can get a free of cost treatment, he can get a treatment at a discounted price. Depending upon your affordability, you can choose a type of treatment for you or yourself at our Amritsar center, which is a charitable center for us. So that is something which you can always do. And moving ahead to the next question, परवीन सरदार जी, सर मेरी बिटिया 7.6 ईयर्स ऑटिज्म की है, हम आपकी ट्रीटमेंट 3 मंथ से ले रहे हैं, हमें कब रिजल्ट दिखेगा? प्रवीण जी, पेशेंट कोड के बिना नहीं बता पाऊंगा। इफ आई गेट योर पेशेंट कोड तो मैं देख पाऊंगा कि क्या क्या चल रहा है, कितने सेशंस हुए हैं एबीए के। जनरली इफ अ चाइल्ड इज 7.6 ईयर्स इन एज, वी नीड अराउंड 2 ABA sessions in a week. And if a child is going for 2 ABA session, because 7.6 years is a age which is comparatively older than 3.5, 4, 4.5. So यहाँ हमें 2 तरीके से चलना होता है प्रवीण जी, या तो हफ्ते के 2 ABA sessions, that means that if we are at 3 months, तो अब तक जो आपकी बिटिया के ABA sessions हो जाने चाहिए हैं वो हैं approximately 24 ABA sessions. So please check out on that. It is not about taking any herbs only. ABA sessions are equally important. And if you are taking around 24 ABA sessions in this 3-month tenure, then generally by the end of third month, small changes they start occurring. And within 6 months, because I meet any of my patient after every 6 months. So when we meet our parents, the patients after 6 months, there are ample changes. बहुत पॉजिटिव होते हैं पेरेंट्स क्योंकि बहुत अच्छे चेंजेस तब तक आ चुके हैं. डॉक्टर गगनदीप कौर आपने जानना चाहा है फॉर लो विजन in teenagers. Now that again is something which really happened a lot during this COVID phase. Why that happened? Because too much mobile usage. So that led to a lot of children having a higher degree of numbers when it comes to wearing spectacles and all. So the best part in Ayurveda for the same is Tratak. Tratak is a method in yoga. If your child is doing that without consuming anything, that really works to stabilize the number. That is one thing. Then there are certain combinations in Ayurveda, like Saptamrit law is one of them. Ela Nirko Jambu, if the child cooperates, otherwise, at times, if it's not cooperating, Iton eye drops are very easily available in the market, that is to be used. Then there are some combinations with Sof, the green Sof which we take. That is very good for eyes. That can be taken. So, still, if we can have a particular case study, a particular reason with the number, with the body type of the child, that is easier for us. And yes, sour things. Amla ras pradhan dravya, khatti cheezein, they are not very good for eyesight. They need to be avoided. Ravneet Kaur ji, Sat Sri Akal Ravneet ji. My son is 4 years old and having mild autism. Speech delay is there. We are already taking therapies including OT and cognition. Could you suggest something? Ravneet ji, since your child is 4 years old, now as I don't know much about the details of your case as of now, I have not been shared the patient code. But if your child is in the moderate or the mild autism category, OT is not a therapy of choice to be done too long. Because what happens is, with due respect to those therapists who are doing OT, OT is not a bad therapy. If we talk about increasing eye contact, if making a child responsive, yes, OT plays a role. So yes, OT is important. But then OT cannot take your child beyond a particular progress. So that's why it becomes very important that if we are doing OT, it has to be done for a very little time frame, maybe for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, not more than that. And then after that, OT should be confined to once or twice a week. It is the ABA, which is done through the parents. Because what we want in our children? Do we want our children only to point at which is green, green ko haath lagao, and the child points to green? If that is our target, then yes, OT will achieve that. But if our target is a normal child, a child whom the society is telling us that yes, he's a normal child, that is only achievable when you, as parent, start learning from us and start working on your child. Unluckily, there is no short way in that. Many a times the parents, they complain, some of my doctors say that, see, if we are the ones who need to do hard work, then why should we take your herbs? Sir, see what happens, it's very easy for us to do a bluff with you, provide you with herbs, and without guiding you, just commit you as the child will become all right. But that is not what are our ethics. If you are giving the future of your innocent children, the little angels, into our hands, we need to ensure that we are giving it our level best as far as our expertise is concerned. So that is why ABA has to be done. And that ABA is not the common ABA which is done everywhere, the instruction based ABA. It is a different ABA. So that's why it becomes very important that either you do it at home by taking trainings from us or take a break from your normal life. Spare out some months for your child. Be there with us at our Chandigarh center and we'll do everything for your child and you will see the results. So what someone has to do is do that. Either we or you. It cannot be a case where neither you are doing it nor you are letting us do that. Then the problem it arises. Ravniji, ABA is basically applied behavior analysis, where we analyze the behavior of a child. Now, that is a very important part of ABA. When our ABA therapist will start, our ABA therapist will start working with your child, he will firstly evaluate and analyze your child's behavior. It may take 5, 6, 7 sessions for our ABA expert to analyze your child behaviors because each child is different. There are some children, if we say them, hey, take a glass of water for your dad, there are children who will listen to this command of yours. Whereas there are children to whom you say, can you please take this glass of water for your dad, Ayansh? Now there, the second method is the method with which the child will work. Each child is different. While there may be a third child who won't work at all for your commands. So till the time we analyze each child as different, we plan the treatments differently, and we plan the therapies differently, we cannot expect a child to be completely normal. That is why ABA is very important. Arpit is the next patient, and the patient code is there. Ishan Vipt. And the main concerns are memory. She is not able to remember things, focus, concentration, and eye contact. Braino are mild. When I say brain OR, there are two types of brain OR that we have. One is the DS one and one is the mild one. The one which is required in this case, not the capsules, the syrup one. You are watching the capsules on my screen, not this one. It is a separate packing in a white bottle. The team may not be having it over here. So the brain OR mild one is the one which you need for your child, which can be given to the child consistently to provide good results to the child. So that will improve the memory, and yes, definitely, I would really like to know the reasons for that also. So if you can share videos, if you can basically connect with a team to be discussing everything with them so that proper history can be taken, that can be an even better method to provide you with the best details. Going ahead, Sharjeel ji, you have shared, my son is 5 years old and no speech at all. Sharjeel ji, I'll require your patient code, or you can share the details on the number which is there on the screen, because as the child is now 5 years old and there is no speech, we need to immediately evaluate, because the child is now already above the reflex language development age. So since the child is beyond reflex language development age, that is why now it becomes very important that we are quick enough to be working for the child. That becomes very important, because 5 साल पे हैं, if we are still slow, that will make it tougher for us. It's not impossible. Even in children with 8 years of age, we have been previously able to bring language for them working. But then the younger the age, the easier our task, the easier the task for the parents. Then we have so I have been updated that Arpit, Narinder is your coordinator, so I'll be guiding the details to Narinder. She was a bit late to join with your question, otherwise I would have went into the further details of your case, but unluckily with the number of questions which I have, now it won't be possible to again take your question. I'll be guiding everything to Narinder. MGD, सर आपकी मेडिसिन से अब बोल रहा है, उसका माइंड भी काम कर रहा है, बट उसका एग्रेशन एंड ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक करता है स्पीच में. यू शेयर योर पेशेंट कोड. हृदांश ढांगर आपने नाम बताया. हाइपर एक्टिविटी एंड एग्रेशन इशू. थोड़ा सा सर हमें वर्क करना पड़ेगा बेटे के एनर्जी लेवल्स पे. बहुत बार क्या होता है, कुदरत ने हमारे बच्चे को बहुत बढ़िया एनर्जी दी होती है, तो ये बहुत बढ़िया बात है कि बाय द ग्रेस ऑफ ऑलमाइटी he is now being able to speak, the medicines are working for him. So अगर थोड़ा सा ABA का सहारा लेकर के, क्योंकि I can use herbs to calm him down, but I don't want that much. मैं ये चाहता हूं कि हम एनर्जी को चैनलाइज करें, एनर्जी को यूटिलाइज करें, and that will be a better method to control the aggression issue. Wherever you feel that you know the name of your coordinator or the dealing doctor with you, you can always mention that. That will make it easier for me to pass on the guidelines to your related doctor, to your related coordinator, because by the grace of Almighty, we have so many of you trusting on us. and that's throughout the entire globe. Many of you are sharing your patient codes. Thanks for that. That will ensure that when your patient code is there with us, even if I do not take your question in detail over here, nothing is missed out. That will ensure that thing. But where you have the name of the coordinator or the name of the doctor, you can also mention that. That will immediately quicken up the passing on of instruction to your team dealing with you. The next is Chanda Thakur ji. Sir, मेरी daughter 8 years की है and ऑटिज्म आपने बताया है कि से सेल्फ टॉक बहुत है, वो गाने गा लेती है बट बात नहीं करती. चंदा जी, एज योर क्वेश्चन टेल्स अस, इट्स मोर ऑफ अनविलिंगनेस देन इनएबिलिटी. आप खुद सोचिए. MGDID से आपने बताया कि दिव्या जी जो हैं वो आपके कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं. सिंस दिव्या इज नॉट करेंटली हियर विद अस, सो डेफिनेटली सीमा प्लीज मेक इट श्योर दैट Divya takes the complete details. She shares all the herbs being used in this case so that we can guide them in a proper way. And the ABA therapies which are being done are shared with me, what we are doing, what are our targets, so that I can guide if something needs to be changed over there. आप में से वो सारे लोग, many of you from India, from out of India, they are taking the treatments, they are doing the ABA part also. Wherever you feel that things are tougher for us to be done at home, don't hesitate, don't think, don't take too much of time for sparing out time for your child, because yes, there are many things which you can do at your own home, but there are things which become tough to be done at home. For those things, if you can spare out few days, the recovery, the changes which then start occurring are really miraculous, and that really boosts up the confidence of a parent that yes, things can happen. Because when the entire world is telling them that autism, a child cannot come out of autism, it becomes tough to believe. And even when they believe, the worst part is there are so many doctors who will be claiming that yes, we can bring a child out of autism simply by the usage of herbs or any other medicines. आप खुद समझिए, try thinking it out. that आदतें क्या कभी किसी दवा से बदली जा सकती हैं? नहीं. आदतें बदलने में दवा सहायक हो सकती है. ऑटिज्म आदतें हैं, मन की अवस्था है. तो जहां एक तरफ हर्ब जरूरी है, वहां अच्छी साइकोथेरेपी बिकम्स इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट. So Chanda Thakur ji, please share some videos of your daughter. She is already 8 years in age. The good thing is that she is having words with her. So if we use Braino R in her case, the regular Braino R, and along with the Braino R, we start doing good ABA for her, I'm very hopeful that yes, things can improve because she has language. It's only ensuring that she knows that usage of language makes her life easier. रमन शुक्ला जी, आपने आगे बताया है कि I'll request you, Seema, that wherever you have posted a question without the details of coordinator in the group for me, you can delete your previous messages so that when I am taking the question of a patient where the coordinator or the doctor was late to join, I take the question with the details given by the coordinator of the history and everything, rather than the fact that I take a question and later on I am at a stage where I get a tagged message of the coordinator, making it impossible for me to again come back to that question. So रमन शुक्ला जी का क्वेश्चन मैं ले रहा हूं. इसके बाद आप प्लीज ध्यान रखिए, जहां भी कोऑर्डिनेटर का टैग्ड मैसेज है, यू कैन डिलीट द प्रीवियस मैसेज. रमन शुक्ला जी, आपने बताया है थेरेपी और स्पीच थेरेपी, उसका वर्बल आता है और चला जाता है. एंड नरेंद्र आपके कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं. मदर नेम इज मेघा. आयांश इज द चाइल्ड्स नेम. स्पीच इश्यू इज देयर. The major thing which we are to remember over here is please don't use OT or speech in this case. अगर speech आता है जाता है, आता है जाता है, again as I was just discussing, it is more of a willingness issue than an issue with the inability to speak. So it becomes very important for us that we as parents over here are working through the right kind of a therapy where we can ensure that our child is at a stage where the child understands that usage of words will make my life easier. So just checking on the next question. Please be there with me. The questions are more. I don't want to miss out on the questions. So yes, we just took the 11th question and now we are coming to our 12th question. The number of questions are more, but be patient. I'll try to answer the maximum of your question. Generally, I try that I don't miss out on the questions, but yes, थोड़ा सा जल्दी questions लूंगा. Alka Meena ji, you have shared your details that Dakshit age 4.5 years, बोलता नहीं है और समझता नहीं है. Divya is your coordinator and speech delay is there. Commands follow नहीं होती हैं. Understanding उतनी बढ़िया नहीं है. Depending upon mood बहुत कुछ होता है. हम स्पीच डिले की बात कर रहे हैं. क्या बिल्कुल भी स्पीच नहीं है अलका जी? अगर बिल्कुल भी स्पीच नहीं है, 4.5 इयर्स की एज है, तो लेट्स मीट इफ पॉसिबल फॉर यू. 4.5 साल एज होगी, हम बॉर्डर लाइन में हैं रिफ्लेक्स लैंग्वेज डेवलपमेंट एज की एंड ट्रेनेबल एज की. सो ट्राई इफ वी कैन मीट, दैट विल बी इजियर. एंड व्हेन आई से वी कैन मीट, देखिए जब भी मैं आप लोगों को मिलने की बात करता हूँ, कोई नेसेसरी नहीं है कि आपको मुझी को मिलना है. I am having a very trained team who is always there to help you all, who is always there to welcome you. आप वो भी कर सकते हैं. And for all of you who are joining us from UK, the next upcoming meet schedule with patients will be in UK. It will be somewhere in the ending of August or in the beginning, in the first month of September. So you can connect the team for that. अभिमन्यु कुमार सिंह जी, आपने अपना डिटेल्स दिया है और आपने बताया सर मेरा लड़का 3 साल का है और सही से बात नहीं करता है और बुलाने पे ध्यान नहीं देता है. अभिमन्यु जी प्लीज पेशेंट कोड लिख दीजिए, कुछ अपने बच्चे के वीडियोस हमारे हेल्पलाइन पे शेयर कर दीजिए. हम एक बार एनालिसिस करेंगे, आपको गाइड करेंगे. 3 साल का बेटा है और बोलने पे ध्यान नहीं देता, बात नहीं करता. ब्रेनो ए को तो आप इमीडिएटली स्टार्ट कर लीजिए उसके केस में, ये बेटे को लाभ करेगा. बाकी वीडियोस जरूर आप शेयर करें ताकि प्रॉपर बता सकें. Next question is 479819. Sir, what treatment do you offer, sir? Would like the treatment that has worked. Rajat Thakur is the coordinator, and I've been told that concerned person mother, Ozami Sharif ji, who has joined from UK. The age is 5 years. Name is Jedha. And see, when I talk about the kind of treatment that we are using, basically, we use some herbs. Now, what those herbs do is, those herbs will work on the subconscious mind of the child and bring that subconscious mind to a stage where all the information which is there stored in the subconscious mind and not being provided to the conscious mind. Now, I'll like to detail you over there what the conscious mind does. The immediate activities. My eyes are watching, they are watching everything, and what is the thing? This perception is being taken inside through the conscious mind. My ears are listening, my tongue is tasting. Similarly, all the senses, when they take something inside towards the brain, towards the mind, that is the conscious mind. And the subconscious mind is like a library. Everything that we have learned gets stored in that. Now, the subconscious mind is the mind which will reply back to the questions of the conscious mind. And those questions have to be answered by the subconscious, but at times the subconscious is not coordinating that nicely with the conscious mind. The child is hyperactive, the child is not focusing, the child is aggressive due to multiple reasons. A child uses more of conscious mind and less of subconscious mind. That is why even if we try to train the child through OT, to speech therapy, the response is very little. But here, once we start working on the subconscious mind of a child with some herbs, and that is done correspondingly with the right kind of ABA protocols that have been developed by us, the child really starts responding very nicely. Because the mind is taken to that level where the subconscious now starts responding to conscious, and through the right kind of ABA involving the parents, involving the family, or if it is done at our center, then at our center we ensure that those situations are again and again created for a child where the child is forced without commands. Now that is very important. Command is if we say the child, hey, I'm not going to give you a biscuit till you say it out. What is this? Biscuit. What is this? Chocolate. That is not the way to command a child. With special techniques to ensure that the child comes to know that language, words that makes my child's life, my life easier. And then he or she starts using language, the words. So it's a very specialized kind of protocol that we have developed over the years. And yes, by the grace of Almighty, it is working for children around the globe. Majority of children who are there with us, where the parents believe on us, they are doing what we want, they get miraculous results, and the children come out of that stage. गुरजन जी, ये सर फतेह में डे बाय डे काफी इंप्रूवमेंट आ रही है, हमारी कुछ बातें भी मानने लगा है, स्पीच में बैबलिंग है, जैसे पापा मम्मा चल रहा है, स्पीच लिए कोई मेडिसिन भी शुरू करनी है। गुरजन जी, जैसा कि आपने बताया, एज यू जस्ट मेंशन कि स्पीच में अब पापा मामा कुछ कुछ चल रहा है, let's increase the number of therapies rather than the number of medicines. And what I feel is बहुत जल्दी वो खुद से बोलना लगेगा और बोलने लगेगा। तो जहां आपको इतना बदलाव आया और बदलाव आएगा, दवा केवल तभी बढ़ाएंगे, तभी ऐड करेंगे अगर हमें लगेगा कि नहीं यहाँ दवा की जरूरत है, अब थेरेपी उतना काम नहीं कर रही है। गोइंग अहेड एंड the next patient is VB Bhardwaji. What is the treatment plan for ASD in Ayurveda? It is very personalized, Mr. Bhardwaj. It varies from a child to child. We need details because see, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है जो सभी बच्चों में काम करता है. We need to analyze the behavior pattern of a child. Then we need to analyze what kind of herbs are good for them. We are having specialized combinations. Breno A, Breno R, Breno RDS, Breno R regular, they are having different herbs. Now, depending upon what is required in that child, where we need to work, whether we need to work on the conscious or the subconscious, or we need to work on their coordination, or there are selective works that we need to do. So we are using very specific herbs and they are personalized. So please share some videos of your child and we would love to provide you with details on what we can do over there. Asbharaj, you are from Pakistan and you have shared, hi sir, मेरा बेटा 8 years old है, ऑटिस्टिक से बहुत ट्रीटमेंट करवाया, कोई फ्रॉम नॉन वर्बल है, आयुर्वेदिक भी बहुत करवाया है, रजत आपके कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं। मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूँगा कि आप प्लीज़ ये ध्यान रखिए कि हमें केवल आयुर्वेदिक या यूनानी या सिद्धा या हर्ब्स इस्तेमाल नहीं करनी। हमें अगर हम ये चाहते हैं 8 साल का, जैसा कि आपने बताया कि बेटा है, बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है हर्ब्स और एबी। देखिए, हम कितना भी नरिशमेंट क्यों ना दे दें, ठीक क्यों ना कर दें सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को, जब तक जरूरत महसूस नहीं होती है बच्चे को, वो इस्तेमाल नहीं करेगा। एग्जाम्स आते हैं तो हम अधिक पढ़ते हैं, नेसेसिटी इज द मदर ऑफ इन्वेंशन। तो ऐसे ही बच्चे के केस में वी नीड टू क्रिएट दोज सिचुएशंस। सो बड़ा प्यारा सा एक ताल्लुक बन जाता है जी हमारे एबी एक्सपर्ट्स का एंड द चिल्ड्रन एंड द पेरेंट्स। व्हेन वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग तो इम्प्रूव करता चला जाता है। बिल्कुल मत घबराएं, वीडियो शेयर करें। रजत इज डीलिंग विद यू, सो विल इंश्योर कि देखिए 8 साल हैं, 12 से 13 साल तक हार्मोनल एक्टिवेशन हो जाएगी, देन इट विल बिकम वेरी टफ। वहां से फिर पूरा रिकवरी नहीं हो सकता। 4 साल है, विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई दैट वी कैन लिव अप टू योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस। वीडियो प्लीज शेयर करिए। दिव्यानी कुमारी जी, आपने बताया है कि मेरी बेटी शिव्या सिंह आपके यहाँ 1 मंथ अबव से इलाज चल रहा है, बट डाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम भी आ रही है। दिव्यानी जी, एक तो पेशेंट कोड जरूर लिखें, दूसरा डाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम को थोड़ा सा स्पेसिफाई करें। हर 15 दिन पे हमारे डॉक्टर्स आपको रीच आउट करते हैं डिटेल्स के लिए। जो हेल्पलाइन नंबर आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर देख रहे हैं, इंटरनेशनल एंड नेशनल, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन कि आप कहाँ से हैं, प्लीज इमीडिएटली नंबर्स पे कॉल करके हमारे डॉक्टर्स को सारी डिटेल्स बताएं, चिंता मत लगाएं। डाइजेस्टिव प्रॉब्लम यस, ऑटिस्टिक बच्चों में अधिक होती हैं दूसरे बच्चों से, बट दे आर इजीली टेकन केयर ऑफ। तो थोड़ा सा डिटेल इफ वी कैन गेट ऑफ व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द digestion problem, तो we can guide you in a better way. हमारे सारे के सारे जो पाकिस्तान के पेशेंट्स हैं उनके लिए जो प्रेफरेबल रहता है आइदर माई यूएई मीट और माई यूके मीट, वहाँ वो इजीली मिल सकते हैं. यू कैन कनेक्ट विद द टीम फॉर दैट एंड अदरवाइज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग. हम टेक्नोलॉजी के ज़माने में रह रहे हैं, वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग बहुत लाजवाब चीज़ है, क्योंकि स्पेसिफिकली ऑटिस्टिक बच्चों के केस में बच्चे होते हैं तो नब्ज देखने का, नाड़ी परीक्षण करने का इतना ज़रूरी नहीं होता है. वी कैन एनालाइज अ लॉट मनी थिंग्स लाइक दैट. अदर डिजीजेस में बहुत सो में वी डू रिक्वायर पल्स डायग्नोसिस ऑल्सो, बट हियर without pulse diagnosis also things are possible. But yes, there is no substitute for physical meet. मान लीजिए मैं यूके आ रहा हूँ, आप यूके के हैं, तो प्लीज हमें मिलना है, क्योंकि वहां जो मैं सामने देख पाऊंगा, जो डायरेक्ट लाइव में चीजें कर पाऊंगा, उसका तो कोई सानी नहीं है, उसका कोई मुकाबला नहीं है. वहां ऑब्जर्वेशन एक अलग लेवल तक पहुंच जाती है. सो मरिया उमर सदीकी जी, आपने बताया है कि मेरा बेटा 5 इयर्स का है, उसकी 6 मंथ से थेरेपी करवा रही हूँ. डॉक्टर ने ऑटिज्म बताया है, हाइपर एक्टिव था, बट अब काफी शांत हो गया है, बोलता नहीं, कभी कभी कोई वर्ड बोलता है, कभी बातें सुनता है. सर मुझे आपको दिखाना है, कैसे अपॉइंटमेंट मिलेगा आपका, चंडीगढ़ कब आना है? श्रेयांश मुझे बताया गया है, बेटे का नाम है. आप एक बार जो है वो टीम को कनेक्ट कीजिए. एक मेरा मीट रहेगा चंडीगढ़ के अंदर, दैट विल बी आइदर इन द एंडिंग ऑफ दिस मंथ और इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ ऑगस्ट. सो बिफोर आई गो आउट ऑफ इंडिया, मेरी वहां की अगर मीट स्टार्ट होनी है उससे पहले एक मीट चंडीगढ़ का मेरा जरूर रहेगा. आप एक बार टीम को कनेक्ट करिए, वी डेफिनेटली विल बी मीटिंग ओवर देयर. एंड चिंता मत लगाएं, 5 साल की एज आपने बताई है एंड यू हैव बीन डूइंग सम थेरेपीज, आप कुछ थेरेपीज भी करवा रही हैं. हमारी पूरी कोशिश रहेगी कि जल्द से जल्द हम श्रेयांश के केस में बढ़िया से जो है वो इम्प्रूवमेंट देख पाए. आपके जो कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं वो आपको रीच आउट करेंगे, आप भी चाहें तो वाइस वर्सा उनको रीच आउट कर सकते हैं. मंजू कुमारी जी, आपने पेशेंट कोड बताया है. आपने बताया माय डॉटर शिव्या सिंह इज अंडर योर ट्रीटमेंट बट हर डाइजेशन इश्यू इज कंटिन्यूड. जैसा कि मंजू जी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, आपने बताया कि शी इज नॉट ईटिंग प्रॉपरली. थोड़ा सा डिटेल आप हमारे साइकोथेरेपिस्ट को दीजिए. देयर आर 2 डिफरेंट थिंग्स. एक है सिलेक्टिव ईटिंग. व्हेन वी से सिलेक्टिव ईटिंग, कई बार ना ऑटिस्टिक बच्चों के बिहेवियर पैटर्न्स बन जाते हैं. ऐसे बिहेवियर पैटर्न्स बन जाते हैं जहां वो 4 तरह की चीजें ही खाते हैं, सब कुछ नहीं खाना चाहते हैं. वहां हमें हर्ब्स यानी साइकोथेरेपी का सहारा लेकर के एबीए में मॉडिफिकेशंस करके उसके सेशंस के थ्रू उस डाइट इशू को, ईटिंग इशू को ठीक करना होता है. वहीं कई बार क्या होता है, एपिटाइट ही कम होती है. वहां एपिटाइट बढ़ाने के लिए यस डेफिनेटली हमें हर्ब्स का सहारा लेना होता है, जैसे कि जाट्राग्नी सिरप. जाट्राग्नी सिरप इज वन सच. जाट्राग्नी सिरप का सहारा लिया जा सकता है अगर आपको लगता है भूख कम लग रही है, प्रॉपर पच नहीं रहा है, वहां जाट्राग्नी. अगर आपको लगता है कि नो शी इज हैविंग सेलेक्टिव ईटिंग प्रॉब्लम, देन एबीए. पेशेंट कोड इज देयर. और आपने बताया है कि मेरा बेटा 2 साल से आई कांटेक्ट नहीं समझता, नहीं डिले स्पीच है और बच्चों के साथ नहीं रहता. सुरमुख जी आपके साथ डील कर रहे हैं. दिव्यांश रावत नाम है, 2.2 इयर्स की एज है. हाइपर एक्टिविटी एक मेजर कंसर्न है. तो देखिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज जो यहाँ पे रहेगी, आप देहरादून से हैं, हम पहले देहरादून में भी पलटन बाजार में हमारा सेंटर हुआ करता था, लेकिन क्योंकि अभी थेरेपिस्ट एंड एक्सपर्ट्स की कमी है उस सेंटर को ऑपरेट हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. चंडीगढ़ आपके सबसे नजदीकी सेंटर रहेगा. आप मेरा इंतजार मत करिए. 2.2 इयर्स का आपका बच्चा बहुत जल्दी ठीक हो सकता है. कोशिश कीजिए, देहरादून और चंडीगढ़ पास पास हैं, आप जाकर के सुरमुख के थ्रू बात करके एक बार टीम से आप मिल सकते हैं. और इतनी छोटी एज में कोई मुश्किल नहीं आएगी, बहुत जल्दी रिजल्ट्स मिल जाएंगे. एक आइडियल एज है. बहुत बार ना पेरेंट्स 1.5 साल से लेकर के 3.5 साल की एज को गवा देते हैं, ये सोच के कि चलो कोई बात नहीं, बच्चा खुद करने लग जाएगा. रियलिटी में तो ये वरदान वाली एज है, वेयर द चाइल्ड गेट्स द मोस्ट क्विक इंप्रूवमेंट. रमनी श्रीधरल जी, आपने बताया है पेशेंट को द चाइल्ड इज 4.3 years old. He expresses his needs but not initiate the speech. He doesn't have any tantrums. Still he needs ABA. Coordinator is Rajat. And what I would like to tell you over here is that he desperately needs ABA. Because as you have mentioned, that he expresses his needs but not through words. So if we do not use the ABA in a proper way, specifically if we use the ABA which is used over there in UK, Canada, US, which is a ABA where the target that a child should communicate, whether it is a verbal communication or a non-verbal communication. So there it becomes tough. If we carry on with that method, that is really not good for the child. So yes, ABA in the way in which we guide is very important for your child so that we can ensure that he understands that using of words makes my life easier. So that's why it becomes very important. So going ahead, the next question is from Savita Kishorji. Patient code is there, taking herbs for 6 months, no speech, stimming behavior, tapping everywhere. Savita ji, you have shared your patient code. And Seema, please ensure that the coordinator, the details of Savita ji is there with me. If required, Savita ji will be taking your case from a coordinator to a doctor. And please do ensure that you provide me with the number of ABA therapies that have been done. That is very important, Savita ji. So please, if you are there with us currently, please write down and elaborate on how many ABA therapies have been done along with what we are doing for the child. And going ahead, सुमित गुप्ता जी, आपने पेशेंट कोड बताया है एंड लगातार रोता है, क्या करूं? सुमित जी, बच्चा अगर रो रहा है वो टेंट्रम्स के कारण भी हो सकता है. बहुत बार बच्चे को पता होता है कि रोने से मेरी बात जो है वो मान ली जाए. तो मैं यहाँ पे चाहूँगा कि आप कुछ वीडियोस शेयर करें और ताकि हम ये देख पाएं whether they are tantrums or they are unexplained episodes of crying, and then we can elaborate on that. And गौरव जी, मोहम्मद रहमान जी की डिटेल आपने दी है. मोहम्मद रहमान जी, पेशेंट कोड आपने बताया है एंड आपने बताया my son is 5 years, he can say 2 to 3 words. Is there anything in diet to follow? And Ismail is the name of your child, and few words he's saying. Before he used to say 1 to 20, now he says few words, no eye contact. Eye contact doesn't he doesn't sit at one place. Sometimes he responds, he understands, he gets upset. So Ismail ji at 5 Rahman ji at 5 years of age for Ismail, there's a bit of regression. And Shamina ji, the mother, you must have seen that if I go with the details which Gaurav has provided me, yes, there is a bit of regression in the child. This means that we need to be immediately working on the ways in which we are handling Rahman. So some work on the ABA part, and yes, definitely we need to be working through herbs on his hyperactivity and concentration span. So Brainoar and Mukta Pishti, these are the two combinations which we shall be immediately starting for him. Mukta Pishti and Brainoar. These are the things which we'll be using immediately, but then a thorough analysis once I'm over there will be recommended. Gaurav will be getting in touch with you for that, and don't worry, at 5 years of age, with few words which he already has for him, that makes a task easier because he's not completely non-verbal. For a completely non-verbal child, we even used to do a lot of efforts, extra efforts for making the child verbal, but here he's verbal. That's good. सानवी जी, आपने बताया हेलो सर, मेरा बेटा यश कुमार, आज से उसका ब्रेनो आर प्लस एंड कुकर बिटाइल स्टार्ट हुआ. बहुत बढ़िया सानवी जी, परमात्मा करे जल्द से जल्द आप रिकवरी देख पाए. एबीए मेरी विनती है, मिस मत कीजिएगा क्योंकि इसके साथ साथ वो बहुत जरूरी है. मंजू कुमारी जी, डॉक्टर संजय कोऑर्डिनेट कर रहे हैं. डाइजेशन के चलते खाना नहीं खा रही और डिलेड है स्पीच. और सुरमुख जी ने डिटेल्स आपकी प्रोवाइड की हैं कि कुकर बिटा ऑयल, ब्रेनोआर, बबूना ड्रॉप्स और एंडीजाइम चल रही है. एक जाट्राग्नि सिरप हम साथ में ऐड करेंगे और कुकर बिटा ऑयल की थोड़ी सी डोज कम कर देंगे ताकि डाइजेशन और बेटर हो जाए. तो कुकर बिटा ऑयल प्लीज आप हाफ कर दीजिए और जाट्राग्नि सिरप को आप साथ में ऐड करवा लीजिए. डॉक्टर आपको इस चीज के लिए रीच आउट करेंगे. There is next question for 479760, but it's not a completely tagged question, so माफी चाहूंगा, कोऑर्डिनेटर के थ्रू आपसे कॉरेस्पॉन्ड करूंगा, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन नहीं ले पाऊंगा। अभिजीत जी आपने बताया है 15 years old, brain is not working properly, have given various therapies more than 7 years, and Divya is your coordinator. It becomes very important for me to know what kind of therapies have been given and how do we know that brain is not working properly. Is there any MRI which has been done, any EEG that has been done? Please by the earliest share those on our numbers. We need to be very sure whether it is the mind which is not working as per as what it should work, or is it really the brain. Often we confuse mind with brain. So please share all the details, Abhijit ji, in regards to the test over there on the screen. And Seema, please note that we need to have a detailed history of Abhijit ji through one of our psychotherapists rather than Divya for a better evaluation. So Abhijit ji, one of our psychotherapists will be connected with you tomorrow for a history. You can leave a request on the helpline number to quicken up the thing for you. You won't be charged anything for that analysis. It will be absolutely free of cost. Ravi Kumar ji, you have shared your details that hello sir, my son Riyansh is 5 years old now. OT and speech therapy are continuing from the last 3 years, but he is not responsive with words. He takes visuals too. What will do we do next? Riyansh is hyperactive too in some scenarios. Ravi ji, don't worry. Do share your question on the helpline number also, because we don't have your patient code. We don't have a method through which we can connect back with you. But as you have just mentioned, a bit of herbs to control that hyperactivity, to stabilize the mind, to increase the concentration span, and a lot of ABA through which we will be working on Riyansh. OT and speech is not the therapy of choice for him, although we'll be taking some support from the speech therapy going on, but we may have to stop or reduce the OT very quickly if we want Riyansh to be going ahead with a normal life. Akhil ji, you have shared your patient code. Speech issues and hyperactivity is the question, but since no further details are there, I'll be guiding your coordinator through your patient code. And there are multiple questions still. Mr. जी, thanks a lot for updating us कि अब बेटा बिल्कुल ठीक है। दवाइयाँ आप धीरे धीरे बंद कर देंगे, थोड़ा डिटेल्स आप हेल्पलाइन पे शेयर करिए। दवाइयाँ बंद करके थोड़ा सा एबीए को हम जारी रखेंगे। अंश जी, आपने बताया कि यू स्पोक टू for Eknoor with Rajpreet. I would like you to be updated over here that the coordinators with whom you speak, they are not directly accessible to me. Any of the reports which you share with my coordinators don't come to me. I don't want to misguide you on those, whether it is Rajpreet or any other coordinator with whom you are sharing any of your reports. The reports can only reach me through the helplines when they are scrutinized by our doctors, and our doctors feel that they are to reach with me. Since I always love to guide everyone, but then to justify my profession and to justify the patients who connect with me, when I am connecting with you through a video conferencing session, or when a patient is meeting me every 6 months, it's only then possible for me to keep a check on the treatment pattern of that patient and to be taking or directly coordinating for that case. For all other cases, we have a very intelligent and a very experienced team who is taking care of everything. So yes, Rajpreet will definitely be connecting with you, but the details and the things are not possible to reach me through Rajpreet. So you can reach out through our helpline number for all the details, and then you can request Rajpreet to connect you with one of our doctors, or if possible, you can wait for a few months and we can connect over a video conferencing, or you can visit one of my meets. Don't worry. Be rest assured, whether I am meeting you or I am not meeting you, my team will leave no stone unturned to ensure that yes, Eknoor comes out of the condition in which she is currently. And going ahead, Samaira Kishore ji. Samaira ji, I hope I took your question. I didn't miss out on that. Now there are some details which have been guided to me in your case, but now I am to the next questions. The only thing which you have to remember, as I just mentioned, is 5 years of age. We have crossed the reflex language development age. So in no circumstance, we should be slow in moving ahead with any kind of treatment. If it has to be done with us, be quick. If you can take guidance, you can do it at your home, go ahead. If it's not possible for you to put all those efforts at your home, don't wait. We can do everything for you at our Chandigarh center. So there are multiple other questions which I may not be able to take, for which I'll be apologizing to you all. But one thing which I can always ensure you, we will either not take a case, or if we do take a case, we will always give it our level best. We believe in being selective for taking the cases, but we believe in giving it our level best. So अगर आप हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, हमारे साथ किसी भी प्रकार का इलाज ले रहे हैं, हेल्पलाइन नंबर्स हमेशा आपकी सेवा में है. आप अपने कोऑर्डिनेटर को अप्रोच करने से भी पहले इन हेल्पलाइन नंबर पे अप्रोच करना प्रेफर कीजिए, सो दैट द एंटायर टीम कम्स टू योर सर्विस. Wishing a very good health to you and praying to God that you all stay rest pushed, you all have Nirogam. I, Dr. Navdeep Sharma, shall now be taking a break for you. Thank you all for joining with us. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.
Empowering lives. Group activities for autism at NDK Nirogam Private Limited.
A very marked problem which is being faced by majority of autistic kids is socialization. The children, they do not perform up to the expectations of their parents, the society, when it comes on the part of social interaction with other children. And that is why, keeping this in mind, we at our Rishd Push Center Chandigarh go for various social activities.
Inspired by the rich culture of Amritsar, we are rooted in tradition and diversity. Drawing energy from the vibrant city of Chandigarh, we embrace progress and inclusivity at NDK Nirogam. Why stay at NDK Nirogam for best results in autism? Ayurveda, Panchakarma, psychotherapy, ABA, OT and speech therapy, yoga and naturopathy, group activities, outdoor activities, all under one roof. Welcome to NDK Nirogam, where we believe in creating a supportive community for individuals with autism. Today, we are excited to share how our carefully crafted group activities are making a positive impact on the lives of those we serve. At NDK Nirogam, our team is dedicated to designing activities that cater to the unique needs of individuals on the autism spectrum. Our group activities are more than just fun. They are therapeutic and designed to foster social skills, sensory integration, and overall well-being. Our therapies provide a non-verbal way for individuals with autism to communicate and express themselves. It's amazing to see the creativity that unfolds during these sessions. Exercise is not only beneficial for physical health, but also for emotional well-being. Our group exercise sessions focus on building strength, coordination, and social skills.
Specialized Panchkarma therapies at Rishd Push.
बच्चे में काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट है, उसमें आई कॉन्टेक्ट आ गया है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग आ गई है।
फर्स्ट पंचकर्मा से ही दिखने लग गया था कि गोकुल में थोड़ा थोड़ा स्टेबिलिटी आ रही है, एक आधे वर्ड्स भी बोलना शुरू कर दिया था।
पाँच में बहुत सारी इम्प्रूवमेंट आई है, उसमें इमोशंस आ गए हैं, वो कुछ बातें अंडरस्टैंड भी करने लगी है।
मेरे बेटे की अंडरस्टैंडिंग में बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट आई है।
You can see our therapies really improved the understanding of autistic kids.
पहले शुरू में मेरा बच्चा चीखते थे, हर टाइम अचानक चीखते थे, हर टाइम चिड़चिड़ापन रहते थे, हाइपर था, बहुत ही हाइपर था। मेडिसिन लेने के बाद उसका ये चिड़चिड़ापन, एग्रेशन बहुत ही कम गया है। मेडिसिन के साथ साथ पंचकर्मा भी दिया है और साथ साथ में साइकोथेरापी भी चल रहे थे। तो ये साइकोथेरापी, पंचकर्मा और मेडिसिन लाके कुल मिला के मेरा बच्चा अभी बहुत ही बेटर है।
You can see our therapists really improve the hyperactivity of autism kids.
Hello, my name is Mohammad Afzal and my son name is Mohammad Jazim. He is now 5.5 years, and we find him having some issues like autism. At the age of his 3 years, he don't have speech, and he have lack of communication skill, and he have behavior issues, social difficulties. We started treatment in Ayurvedic. We refer ND care, Dr. Navdeep Sharma. Accordingly, based on his instruction, we had started treatment for autism. Slowly he's improved, high contacts, and now he's started speaking, and now he's going to school also. I'm very much thankful to the ND Care and Dr. Navdeep Sharma.
मेरा नाम शाखा